Imagine being so desperate for attention that you film a car crash instead of helping your injured friend.
My car, bro.
Imagine being so obsessed with content that when your girlfriend is terrified on a party bus, fearing for her life, your first instinct is, how do I make this go viral? Now imagine doing all of that and somehow still thinking you're the victim. That's Jack Doherty. Somehow he's even more pathetic than people already thought. What's up, everyone? I'm Rhythm Fame, and every week I dive deep into the stories the internet can't stop talking about. Today, we're back on Jack Doherty. And I know some of you are tired of hearing his name, but stay with me because this isn't just another creator drama video. This one's different because this time, it's not just about clout chasing or bad decisions. This time, there's a woman who sat down for 5 hours and detailed one of the most disturbing relationship stories I've heard from the streaming world. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we cover this kind of stuff weekly and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Let's get into it. For those who need a refresher, Jack Doherty built his entire brand on being the guy you love to hate. He got famous harassing strangers in public, hiding behind his bodyguard the second anyone pushed back. He became known for streaming with OnlyFans models, making increasingly reckless content, and doing whatever it took to stay relevant. And for a while, it worked. The controversy was the brand. But here's the thing about building your career on hate clicks. Eventually, the hate stops being free promotion. Eventually, it catches up with you. And for Jack, that reckoning started when his relationship fell apart. After they split, things started leaking. Stories about violence, about control, about a man who had completely lost himself inside his own content machine. Then in October 2025, his ex sat down for a podcast interview. 5 hours. No filter. And what came out of that conversation wasn't just drama. It was a portrait of someone who had turned every human relationship, every moment of fear, pain, and vulnerability into raw material for views. She described a relationship where everything revolved around content, not in a, yeah, he works a lot kind of way, in a genuinely disturbing way. After a car crash that left a friend injured, Jack reportedly started filming. Not helping, filming. When she was alone on a party bus and feared she was about to be robbed, she managed to call him. His response when she got through? He wanted to capture content from the situation. She begged him to stop filming their lives. He refused. And then there's this one. He intentionally flipped a golf cart while she was inside it for a clip, and when she needed medical attention, he delayed taking her to get it properly because other plans took priority. He showed up later to film. Let that sink in. But the physical stuff wasn't even the part that seemed to cut deepest. She described psychological control that started slowly. In the beginning, she said he was kind, attentive, caring. That version of him drew her in. Then, once he had her trust, that changed. He allegedly pressured her into his business ventures, had her sign contracts giving him control over her income and her social media accounts. He pushed her toward decisions she wasn't comfortable making. He introduced her to habits she never wanted, all to keep pace with his lifestyle.
This is actually happening, but I am pregnant.
And when she became pregnant, according to her, he saw it as content, as a monetization opportunity. That's not a content creator. That's not even a bad boyfriend. That's something else entirely. After all of this became public, the internet didn't just turn on him, it buried him. His views dropped, his reputation collapsed. He started getting confronted in real life, kicked out of events, called out by other streamers. His attempts to stay relevant, crashing parties he wasn't invited to, picking fights with creators, saying increasingly unhinged things, just made it worse.